Welcome back to another episode of Backpacking Latin America, in which two Irish people make their way from Mexico to Brazil over land, whilst trying not to spend more than €6 on gone-off mushrooms. You rejoin us in Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay, where we had just made a worrying discovery. Sarah had woken up to find 2 live bed bugs on and around her bed, prompting a swift call to the hostel staff.
I just found 2 bugs in my bed. I think they're like maybe bed bugs. I'll show you. Like insects. Yeah. No, in mi cama. Uno y otro. Yeah.
The visibly concerned hostel worker came straight to our dorm armed with some kind of spray.
Is it moving?
We stripped Sarah's bed and he made a thorough search. When no other bugs were found, we spoke in a blend of broken Spanish and English for a while before he made us an offer.
So the guy has given us the option of moving rooms or moving beds, but we're going to quickly see what else is available because, we're not that comfortable and we might move. Hostel.
After a couple of minutes chatting over our options, we made a decision.
I was getting really into the book last night now as well.
We decided to stay on here because the guy, just really nice, he said there's no history of bedbugs in this hostel. For all we know, we could have brought them. I don't know. We need to check our bags and make sure that we haven't. But yeah, we've got 4 more nights. He's put us here. If we have any problem, he said he'll refund us the 5 nights. No problem at all. So yeah, we're going to stay put for now. Originally, I was going to open the video with this segment. Uruguay is expensive, like ridiculously expensive. So to try and save money, myself and Sarah are heading to a supermarket now, and we're going to try and buy food for the next couple of days and just see, is it possible to eat cheaply? How much for some mushrooms there, Sarah?
These lovely gone off ones are €6.
It's ridiculous. €2 for that little bit of broccoli. Because we're already kind of hungry, we could only process sorting food for the next 2 days. And we did a shop there, we got everything for €25, which on the whole isn't too bad, I suppose. A very dull, dreary Irish kind of day today, but we're lucky that we're actually not getting rained on because it seemed to do that all of last night, like lashing, thunder, lightning. Today we are going to go out and explore. We have a couple of things marked on our maps. We're just going to try and see what we can see.
Our first stop brought us out of the city centre towards the neighbourhood of Punta Carretas, an area that has seen huge transformation over the last century. We were excited about the prospect of climbing one of the area's main attractions, the Punta Brava Lighthouse. It, however, had other ideas.
It's locked. It's pretty cool. And you get a lovely view of the city from here. We're about 45 minutes now from the city centre. We try and thumb it with this.
Good.
Go on, stick out your thumb there.
It's actually an hour and a half here.
Having failed in our hitchhiking endeavour, we began the longer than expected walk back towards the city centre. Well, just after...
Every step we take, the Montevideo skyline gets bigger and the weather gets a little bit better. And also I just want to mention that Buenos Aires is just over there, about maybe 4 hours away. And the award for the ugliest city centre building I've ever seen goes to this monstrosity. I'm not sure if it's the mismatched colours of the windows or the air conditioners or just its shoddy appearance in general, but that is rotten. Weather is beginning to deteriorate, so why can't I say that word? The weather is getting worse, so we're going to start making tracks towards the hostel again, I think. Facultad
Facultad de Derecho.
Sí.
Universidad.
Like, yeah, sir.
Yeah, sí.
Ah, ahí va. ¿Le doy yo?
Sí.
Yeah, gracias.
Muchas gracias.
The one in the left. Gracias. One of the soundest bus drivers we've come across on this entire trip. He went above and beyond to help us and make sure we were getting off at the best stop for us. Legend. Sarah needs to pee this much that she's actually running to the hostel.
Can you believe it?
Leaving the hostel bright and early this morning, we are making the walk to the bus station where we are going to get a 2-hour bus to a place called Punta del Este, East Point. We were contemplating maybe booking 2 nights in a hostel there, but in the end we decided we just do a day trip. And even right now, I'm happy with that decision. Stop. Gracias. Bye. We have arrived. The bus took closer to 3 hours than 2 hours. So we don't have that much time here, to be honest. But I don't think that's going to be a bad thing. Literally right outside the bus terminal is the main attraction. And it is a sculpture. Have a look. Main attraction ticked off. We get the bus?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, let's go. The weather is not ideal. All the rain and nightlight, so loud and clear. What just felt your Worn out from 2 lighthouses in just as many days, we visited the most southerly point of Uruguay next. We couldn't shake the feeling that the timing of our visit here was less than ideal. The absence of tourists and atmosphere in general indicated it was clearly off-season. We were considering just getting an earlier bus home, until we stumbled upon Observing this particular sea lion for a few minutes told us that he was fairly territorial about his patch of concrete.
Hey. Why is that film worthy?
We have made the trip back into the city centre today. We are headed for the Andes 1972 Museum. Hola. Cheers. Oh yeah, this is cool.
From Deutschland.
No.
No,
Ireland.
Ireland.
Ireland. Ah.
Ireland.
I heard
Oh.
something about. Okay.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
This museum commemorates the harrowing ordeal faced by a Uruguayan rugby team aboard Flight 571, which crashed in the Andes Mountains in 1972. Visitors to the museum can explore artifacts, photographs, and personal accounts that chronicle the events of the crash, the struggle for survival, and the eventual rescue after 72 days stranded in extreme conditions.
Some of those artifacts were only found in 2015 because the glacier that they were in for 4 decades melted.
You might be wondering about the shamrock on the jersey. Well, this rugby club was founded by alumni of a Christian Brothers school. Interestingly, when we told one of the museum workers that we were Irish, he was delighted and chatted to us for ages, sharing more insight into how these people survived on a day-to-day basis. So, welcome.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. So this is a really cool visual representation of the various different parts. So, for example, if I press number 2, this will show us the border between Argentina and Chile. If I press number 4, this will show you where the plane crashed. And if I press number 11, this will show you the route of the rescue helicopter.
Coincidentally, since our visit, a Netflix movie called Society of the Snow, based on Flight 571, has been released. I highly recommend giving it a watch.
Absolutely fascinating museum. Well worth the visit if you're in Montevideo. And a good thing for us was that all of the exhibitions were in Spanish and in English, so
And Portuguese.
so very accessible. Come back!
Get out of my face. Stop! You're so annoying.
Yeah, 25 hours my arse.
Hola, creo que estamos afuera.
We're literally just outside the hostel. We can't get in. Sarah's on the phone to her now, I think.
Okay.
We press this button, this will show you the border between Argentina. So for example, if I press number 2, which is the border, here you can see it, the border between Chile and Argentina. So for example, if I press number 2, this will show us the border between Argentina. Oh my god, why can't I say it?
Argentina.